Hey guys, today I'm going to do kind of a recap of what happened at orientation because I did not end up getting many clips for a vlog, so I'm just tossing that idea and I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what happened, what we did, what to expect if you're going to orientation, especially Alabama's. And it's just going to be a chill little video. I've got some coffee that I haven't finished yet. It's going to be cold by the time I finish this. And I'm going to look up the schedule and just kind of go through what we did. It was 3 weeks ago from Thursday. That's crazy. Okay, so kind of obviously the first thing we did on day one was check in. And then we went to interest sessions, which were for like, I went to the Bama dining presentation, which is just clearly all about the dining halls, and also there were specific population sessions going on at the same time, which for me, that was my honors college session, so I learned more about the honors college and kind of like what classes I'll need to take for requirements, stuff like that. And then after those presentations were over at 10, we had the Welcome to the University presentation thing, I don't know. All the parents and students went into a big room, I don't know, ballroom kind of thing, and I don't know, they kind of, like, the orientation leaders all ran in. They're called Avantis. All the Avantis ran in and we sang the fight song. It's called Yay Alabama, and then some people, like, somebody welcomed us, and then some people, like, shared their stories, stuff like that, and then, oh, my phone went off. And then we broke off from the parents, so the students all went into this little theater, and we had Welcome to Bama Bound, where we learned the fight song, and learned a little bit more about Bama Bound, what we were going to do and stuff like that. And apparently it says a few words from a special guest, but I don't really remember that, so I don't know. Of course, it has been 3 weeks, so I probably have forgotten some stuff. So after the Welcome to Bama Bound, we went to our first small group. My small group only had like 14 people because the college that I'm in, Human Environmental Sciences, is a pretty small college, so compared to like Arts and Sciences, which would probably have groups of like, I don't even know, like 50 people, I don't know how many people they had. We only had 14. And then within my major of athletic training, we only had 3 or 4 people, I think. It was maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. So at that first small group, we heard from our Avantis. We had 3. This chair is so squeaky, I'm sorry. So the first one, we went into this little room at the student center where we were to begin with. And we kind of just like went around the group and said our names, where we're from and our major, and the Avantis introduced themselves, and then we had a little presentation. Oh, well, before that we got everybody's like Instagrams. We all shared Instagrams and followed each other, and that was great. And so that was fun. And then we had a little presentation on, I can't even remember now, probably like just specific honors college stuff. I mean, not honors college, what am I saying? HES stuff, although not necessarily. I'm going to go back and look at screenshots. Not screenshots, but I took a picture of there was a slide of useful apps from that one, and I don't really remember what else, but yeah, so just kind of general information at that one. And then after that, we went to lunch at one of the dining halls, which was meh, it's dining hall food, but whatever. So we finished up lunch pretty quickly, and since our college is so small, our group was so small, we got to go ahead and go to our college visit, which was after that. And Oh wait, not college visit. Well, we did go to the college building. We had another small group. We did an icebreaker where we played Shazam, like the game where you have two people and they have to guess a song. And that was fun. I did not win. I got out on my first try, but you know, it's fine. I just can't think like that under pressure. But yeah, we did that. We had some, like, another PowerPoint. The one that I took a picture of was like, what to bring to UA. Do not bring everything, but do bring blah, blah, blah. So kind of just more information. I don't really remember, like, what the theme of each one was, but stuff like that. And then we went to advising, which is the college visit. So we went downstairs from the room that we were in, and we got not really advised, but kind of as a group. There was just kind of more like general HES, that's Human Environmental Sciences, information. And then we broke off into our majors and got advised as like smaller groups. So that was really nice. My advisor, the athletic training advisor, is wonderful. And we actually got like a paper with suggested classes on it for us. So I'll probably talk more about classes in a minute. So after advising, that was from 2 till 4. So after that, we were kind of like free to go do whatever. We had to go pick up our action card, which I can show you that. It's nothing, like, no personal information. So here is my action card. It's great. My picture is decent. We got to actually, like, take a picture beforehand and send it in. Which, like, it's great because then it's ready for you to pick up. And so I went to the university. It's called the Soup Store. It's like supply store. It's got clothes. There's a tech center. It's great. It's huge and it's awesome. But we got to go there and pick up my card, and I met back up with my roommate who was there. I forgot to mention that. I met my roommate that morning during the information sessions, and she's just the one on my side of the suite. There's 2 more on the other side, but maybe we'll talk more about that later. So I met the one that's on my side, and she's really nice. So we met back up, got some Starbucks, and then walked to the dorm. We had to stop by and get our stuff out of our car. So we went to the dorm, met up with the other person that we were trying to room with that night, and we all got in a room together, just the 3 of us. And it was on the first floor, which was also great. We didn't have to wait on the elevator or anything. And got our stuff settled in, and this was actually the dorm that I'm going to be living in this fall. So that was pretty cool. So we got to actually walk up to the room that we're going to be living in and look around because the door was actually unlocked. Like, that was cool. So after that, we walked to dinner. I don't remember what I had for dinner, but it was like a sandwich, but it was I wasn't very hungry at all during Bama Bound. I was just kind of like had a lot of adrenaline, I think, so I wasn't really hungry. And then after dinner, we went to, so during advising, our parents came back. It was just my mom. My mom came back and sat with me through advising, and then she did like all the picking up the card and everything with me, dinner, and then after dinner she left and went and did her own thing. She was free after that, and then the students, we went to, what did we do? We went to this skit, the real world skit, which was interesting, and we had a discussion with our Avantis after that. I don't know. I mean, I could go into detail about that, but it's just kind of not worth it. Basically, it was like the skit itself was kind of like different situations that happen in college, and we had a discussion about it after. So that's all that was. And then after that we went to this thing called Rexpo, which is at the rec center, and I did a climbing wall and played dodgeball, although the dodgeball games were like all guys, so I just managed to convince a couple of the friends that I met to do it with me, but we lost hard the first game, and we did win a different game, but that's only because we just happened to be on the winning team, but it's fine. At that, we got our Bama Bound t-shirt, which I figured I could wear right now. That would be appropriate. I'll show you the back. Maybe. I hope you can see that. I don't really know. But it's a nice shirt. It's hard to keep the red from like fading onto the white letters, but and also got this little Bama Bound bracelet thing, and I've been wearing that. I don't know, but so Rexpo lasted for a while, and then we went back to the dorm, and kind of, well, we didn't really settle in. We kind of just wandered for a little while, and then when we came back, we just sat down and tried to like figure out what classes we wanted, what we wanted our schedule to look like, so we could kind of get an idea for the next day when we would choose classes. So that took a long time, and we ended up going to bed around like 12:30 or 1, probably like 1. And so the next day, day 2, we got up, and for some reason I did not wake up for my alarm, so I just happened to wake up at like I don't know, 20-30 minutes later than I wanted to, and so I kind of had to get ready quickly. So then we went to breakfast at a different dining hall, and I just had cereal because, like I said, I was not hungry. Met back up with my mom, and then after that, I need to look at the schedule again because I can't remember. Okay, so we had checked out of the dorm before we went to breakfast. So we went to breakfast, and then we went back to the student center where we started the first day. And we just had some little presentations in the theater from like Alabama Credit Union, the University Police, Office of Information Technology, and Housing and Residential Communities, and First Year Experience. And then we had another small group, which was our last small group, back at the college building. And that one, they just kind of talked about like registering for classes because that's what we were about to do. And we kind of got to ask questions. When was it that back the second small group on day 1, we watched Vines. That was just, we had extra time, so we just watched Vines, and that was kind of funny, interesting. Yeah, back to this one. Okay, so we talked about how to register for classes, use this thing called Blackboard. If you're a college student, you probably know what that is, I think. And we learned how to like build our schedule, like what you have to do when you go in to pick your classes. And and they kind of walked us through like, well, we got to ask questions and kind of figure out like if you're having this class and then another class right after it, will you be able to get from the first building to the second building in 10 minutes? So that was great. And so after that we went downstairs to register for classes, got to meet back up with our majors advisors, and we just got to pick classes. Well, I had a little bit of an issue with picking classes because I did early college, so they put an advising hold on your my Bama account. So you can't, when you're in high school, like register for whatever classes you want. You have to like do it with an advisor, and they'll release the hold just during that time so you can do it and then put it back. Well, that hold was still on my account, and it shouldn't have been for me to be able to register for classes. So they had to call over to early college, get it taken off, and that took a little while to get that actually where it would work. So by the time it was working, some of the classes that I wanted had filled up, so I had to register for a different class, and we were planning on going back in and changing it later. And some of them they could kind of finesse that were like part of the college that I'm in. But like bio, I had to sign up for a different one, not a different bio, but like a whole different class. And then we were going to try and come back later when more spots opened up. But yeah, so we did that, and like got all registered for classes, printed out my schedule and whatever, we were about to leave. Well, my advisor had this app where it was like, it would notify you if a spot opened up. Well, right before I was about to leave, she told me, "Hey Faith, hold on just a minute. A spot just opened up in the bio class." So I went back in, and there was a spot in the class that I wanted, which I got with my roommate. And so I got that, and I got the lab, and it's all great. I got great classes, and I have one 8 a.m., which is the bio lab, but I could have picked another time, but I just like to get it out of the way. So I'll show you guys, or not show you guys, but I'll read you the classes that I have. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have bio, human nutrition, I think is what this is. I'm just going off the letters. There's like 3 letters. That's an abbreviation. I'm having to figure it out. So bio, human nutrition, and personal health. Tuesday, Thursday, I have this HES 100 class. It's like an intro to human environmental sciences, the college. So for my labs, I have this intro to athletic training class, and then I have the bio lab, which is the 8 a.m. And yeah, so I got great classes, and I've heard that I can walk from one class to the next without any problem. One might be a bit of a hike, but I'll make it. And then after we picked classes, we went back to the student center where we started, and there was this information fair where there was lots of free stuff. So I got a t-shirt from First Year Experience, and I think I got a pen, and yeah, it was great. So I had met back up there. I met back up with my mom and my roommate and my other friend that I had met. My friend and roommate and I walked around to the different booths and got the stuff that I was talking about. And then we went to, we didn't go to open houses. I don't really know why we didn't do that. We just kind of ended after the information fair, and we went to lunch. We walked over to, where did we go? We went to this Chinese restaurant, which wasn't great, but you know, it was fine. And we got a picture in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, the football stadium, and that was really cool. And then after that, we walked back to where we were to start with, and said goodbye to them, and my mom and I, what did we do? We went in the soup store and got her a t-shirt, and then we finished. Like, that was that. So that is my recap of orientation. And then I stayed the weekend because my cousin lives there, so I could stay with her. She was actually moving to a house, so I helped her move in, and I stayed the weekend. My mom went back, and then on Sunday, one of my other roommates came into town for her Bama Bound session. And so I got to meet her. We had dinner, and she's great. And that's pretty much that. So that is my recap of orientation for you guys. I hope you like it, and I hope it's not too long, because right now it's saying I've filmed for 25 minutes, but I will definitely edit that down some. And yeah, I will, oh, frick. I did not mention this. I'm gonna have to put this in the beginning of the video. So this video starts a, how many weeks? This video starts a 9-week back to school series, and I have a video planned for every week. Hopefully I will be able to stick to that, especially once college starts, because this is gonna go a couple of weeks into college. I'm gonna have a move-in vlog. I'm gonna have a dorm haul video, maybe 2, just a little preview, and then I'm gonna have some other interesting stuff for you guys. It's gonna be especially great if you are also coming to college, or if you're coming to college next year. That should be especially helpful, and I know I've just loved to watch videos like that for a couple of years now. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you're excited to see my back to school series. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye!